Hello, friends. Here in California, I'll say good evening. It's 5:30 in the evening, and the world is getting darker and darker earlier. At 5:30, the sun is down and twilight is coming in and the stars are coming out. Perfect for this mood as we enter the season of the dark of winter. Some of you, however, my friends in India, Malaysia, in Taiwan and China, Australia, New Zealand, I know that you are already seeing the sun come up on a new day. But here in this part of the world, night is coming. Welcome to the short Eurythmia series that we're going to have. And once again, I'm offering you the tools for how to make
Gary, I
Eurythmia
can't find the
practice.
sound on here. Do you think you could help me? Never mind.
Michelle, are you in there, Michelle?
Found it.
Indeed, I'm working on it.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right. So, dear friends, we hope that she finds a sound. We're working on building a short Eurythmia practice. I want to create a practice for you that takes no more than 15 minutes. We can aspire even to make it a 10-minute practice, but it will take me a little bit of time to build it up with you. We are doing this Eurythmia to become centered in our own body, soul, and spirit. And that's especially beautiful at this time of the corona crisis, of social change and upheaval. We need to pay attention to what is essential. So as we do our Eurythmia practice, remember that it is inspired by, fueled by, learning how to align ourselves with our core, the wisdom that lives here and from here shines throughout our body, shines throughout our world. And by connecting with that, we're going to be able to access true sources of health and rejuvenation. So with that, please step into your Eurythmia space. You may take a big stretch. Taking a stretch, you're sloughing off whatever tension you might have from the day behind you. Or perhaps if you're in Asia, you're getting out of bed. And now you stand straight, reminding yourself that you are spirit in the body. And as long as we're in the body, we are engaging in it actively. I will begin by speaking to you, for you, the Eurythmia Meditation, which is on the first page of the PDF flyer, which I sent out last week. And here is just a word. I'll send it out again today in a few hours. For those of you who haven't received it last week, you will get it today in just a few hours. The Eurythmia Meditation by Rudolf Steiner says this: I seek within me creative forces working, creative powers living. The heavy weight of earth tells me through the word of my feet. The forming power of the air tells me through the singing of my hands. And the strength of heaven's light tells me through the thinking of my head how the great world in the human being speaks, sings, and thinks. Now I am conscious of the world working inside me just as it works in nature. And so now I begin by feeling the space that I live in. I feel the stars above my head. You don't need to follow my arms right now, but I feel the stars above my head and let them shine down to the top of my head. I keep my head straight. I don't look up. And I let that light shine down through the entire length of me into the core of the earth. And I feel I am upright as a human being, not slumped, not slouched. I am upright, connecting heaven and earth. And then I become aware of the space in front of me. And that's the space that's accessible to my eyes, my hands, my feet, my mouth, my nose. The contrast between that, the space behind me, which is dark as a black sky, to my inner sight, I can only guess it. But that's where great archetypes are pouring towards us. We need to access that, just like we need to have good sleep at night. I feel above, below. I feel front, back. I spread my arms to the side. I feel right, left. I feel these 3 dimensions of space. And then inwardly, I feel to myself, may peace be below me. May peace be above me. May peace be all around me. May peace be before me. May peace be behind me. And now I bring my hands to my heart. May peace be within me. In this moment, I cultivate the feeling that I can really trust that there's wisdom in here, divine wisdom in the heart. And with that, thus, I'm going to begin the angel wing exercise that we began last week. Remember, we can feel, again, I'm just talking with my arms for a moment, but we can feel that our arms are not just these long bones. The arms can feel like the wings of a great bird, of a heron, of a swan. Below my arms are all these wonderful wing substances. And now with me, move your arms down, fold them behind your back, and take them back up again. And feel the space behind you, and feel how this exercise makes you stand straight. We call these the wings of an angel. Learning to move your arms with great grace and fluidity, and learning to feel your backspace. Now try, if you can, to imagine that your angel is standing behind you, and your angel is watching you from behind as you do it. And if you can get that feeling, you'll feel your own back opening up as you become conscious of that backspace. We've done that 5 times. And now, using your arms as wings, we're going to bring more expression into them by folding these winged arms into your heart. Do you feel how to make that a big movement? And now let's unfold the arms in expansion. The big movement, you're moving your wings out and in. Here, you feel that you can go right through your wingtips and touch stars, touch light. And now bring all of that back into your heart, bringing spiritual, healthy, powerful energy, light and love into your heart. We're not alone. And then take that energy, take your life, and give it back to the world. And again, bring it in. Light comes into me. Light streams through me. And we have a verse for this that says, within my heart shines the light of the sun. within my soul weaves the warmth of the world, and feel your arms as wings. Yes. I will breathe the light of the sun. I will feel the warmth of the world. Light of the sun pour into me. Warmth of the world flow through me. This is the last line of this poem. Drop your arms. Once again, feel yourself aligned with Source, with Spirit. Breathe. As you breathe, make sure that you're feeling yourself here, not thinking or conceptualizing it. Feel yourself breathing. Now, in this series, we're working on the so-called immune support exercises. These are exercises that come from therapeutic eurythmy, from the so-called soul exercises. Last week, we began with the first of these, the awe reverence. We will do the awe reverence again at the end of this class, but only 3 times. Newcomers, please go back and look at last week's recording of this, which is on YouTube and visible to you, and learn how to do the awe reverence. But today we're going to begin by doing the hope exercise. This exercise deepens our relationship to our body. A word here. Most people who have problems with sleeping have a difficulty letting go of their body at night because they're so too tightly woven in to their sense impressions. They can't stop thinking. But there's another possibility for why people can't sleep. And that is if a person has never fully gotten into their body. This would be a person who's cold, especially cold in the digestive organs, or someone who never gets grounded. And this exercise is a very powerful grounding exercise. And if you will, it's the exact opposite of last week's exercise. It's fine to practice both of them, although in my therapeutic eurythmy practice with clients, I generally choose one or the other. But in these days when we're seeking immune support, you can do both. And next week we will also learn a third. But let's work on how to do it today. Standing straight. Let's remember what we've done, opening to our backspace. Now enliven for yourself the feeling of angelic powers, godly powers flowing into you from the invisible world. Once again, we're drawing on the polarity between sense world and archetypes. You want to lean back into the backspace, praying for, hoping for, longing for health and strength. Lean back. If you want, you can even put your weight on your heels and try to feel through your back. In the process, you hold your arms like this, a low cup like a grail or a chalice. Now we do that with the feeling of hope. Erase that. We'll do it one more time and then continue. Lean back, make a cup. In your cup, you are asking Spirit, fill me, give me strength. Hold it for a moment, maybe a count of 3. And then hoping for, experiencing gratification or fulfillment, we come up above our heads and help spirit, invite spirit, allow spirit to flow right down into us, through us, into our lower body, into the earth, and we are grounded. As you stand here, you are creating the sound ooh in Eurythmia. The ooh is parallel lines. You want your arms to feel parallel, and I've got the backs of my arms together here. And you want your legs to be actually pressing against one another. Your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet, everything poured into your skeleton with a feeling of well-being. And release. And we're going to do that 6 more times. You'll do it a total of 7 times. Lean back. Oh, angels, oh, spirit, give me strength to be grounded. Ah, there I feel it. Light from the stars, warmth like golden honey sunlight pouring through me past my body into the earth. And in doing that, I hear inwardly, ooh. I hold that for an instant and release. I'll speak less this time. Hope. And release. Now in your Eurythmia practice, you won't speak at all, not at all, but inwardly you will create these feelings. First, the feeling of hope. Don't say it, feel it. And then you reach up and feel hope that your prayer for fulfillment will be granted. Now you don't speak, but you hear in your inner voice a deep cosmic ooh. And release. You feel your body resounding in groundedness. 3 more times. Hope. And release. 2 more times. I'll just say a few more words this time. Hope. And lift. And downwards. Feel the light come in through the top of your head, past your forehead, past your throat. Feel the light pass through your heart, through your diaphragm, warming your intestines, warming your legs, forming you with ooh. The whole core, long core of your body should feel penetrated. One last time. Beautiful feeling. And I say to the children, hope for a star. Is there a star that wants to come to you? Ah, there it is. And let that starlight go right through you, warming you through. Ooh. And release. In many cases, I ask people to do this 10 times, not just 7. If 7 was enough for you, You are feeling firmly rooted like a tree, like your roots are going deeply into the ground and you don't want to move. The hips are balanced. You feel like you could stand like this for 5 minutes at least. Sometimes it's good to practice that. If you don't have that feeling yet, be sure that when you practice it next time, you do it more, 10 times. Feel how that warms you, also warms your breath into your metabolism. Again, this exercise is great for feeling grounded, and in this time of strengthening our immunity, also our sense of certainty in our thinking, our feeling, and our willing. In all of that, we gain confidence by knowing how to stand in our bodies in alignment, in truth. So focus on that for a moment. What a gift this exercise gives to us. You can do this every day. Learn how to draw upon its power. If you want to do this one at a particular time of day, morning time is more natural than evening. But you can also do all three of these soul exercises that you're going to learn at one time in the day. What you're doing is imprinting forces into your etheric body. And now we'll take the last few minutes to remember what we did last week with the beautiful aha reverence exercise, which works between front space and backspace and teaches us how to release from the bondage to the sense world and refresh ourselves from the spirit. We begin, we'll do this 3 times, begin by stepping in wonder-filled devotion, joyful gratitude to the sense world, the world in front of us, with the feeling of awe. And then as if your angel says, that's great, but remember to also seek in the spirit and don't get stuck there. Now my feeling is completely behind me. Like when I was in the angel wings, I feel reverence for everything that is greater than I am. Now I try to savor that feeling all the way through my back, down my back, behind the heart, behind the waist, behind the legs, down to the heels. Oh, what a wonderful feeling at the end where I feel my shoulders back, my chest open, me between worlds conscious of my humanity. 2 more times. Thank you for the wonder of the sense world and for the splendor of the archetype spirit sources. I imagine a sky filled with stars and I'm looking for them with the lights of my soul in my backspace. You can practically feel your aura shining behind you. And one last time. How wonderful is the world. And drop your arms. Feel the backspace in gratitude and peace. Oh, what energy that would give you before you go to sleep at night. If you feel, how can I open myself to all the wonderful things that will happen to me at night when I sleep, when I return to the world of the archetypes where my true sources of health live. Dear friends, thank you so much for joining me tonight. You will all get a copy of the PDF, which has the text of what we've done and in-depth instructions for how to do the 3 soul exercises. Thank you so much. Be well and cultivate peace, especially as we go through this time of the darkness of the world, so that you can create a place for spirit in the womb of your soul. Thank you.